Hello everyone and welcome to the Hippie Geeks. If you want to grow herbs all winter and start seedlings in the spring, keep watching and learn what works for us, along with what didn't work so well. For us, this all started in the spring of 2016. We wanted to get our own seedlings going, but we had no idea where to start and we didn't have a lot of money. We began our journey with a 100 watt, 5000K daylight bulb and a light shroud from our chick brooder heat lamp. This is probably the cheapest way to get going, and as long as you don't expect to light more than an 18-inch wide area, it's an excellent way to get started. With the lamp hanging up this high though, you will not have very much light making it down to the plant shelf, but you will get a little light on everything. If you were to try to grow anything with this setup, you will wind up with spindly, leggy plants that will be trying to reach for the light and not putting in much effort to bush out. However, it works out a lot better if you drop the lamp closer to the plants. This setup would be a much better choice if you just wanted to grow some herbs in the large pot we have in the center of the shelf. You get a very decent amount of light right below the bulb, and an acceptable amount 12 inches below that on the lower growing leaves. You still won't get much light past that, but that isn't what this setup is really meant for. This is what we used to start many of our gem corn seedlings this spring, though we ended up starting them way too early, which means that we had to do it twice. The next thing we moved on to were a set of 3 24-inch T5 high output fixtures. In terms of light output, these are a bit stronger than the CFL, but they are able to spread the light over a much larger area. The light these produce isn't super intense, nor does it produce a lot of heat. With that in mind, you can use these lights placed up this high, but there is a bit of drop off in intensity and they are much better utilized when placed closer to the foliage. The numbers here aren't bad, but let's move it down and see what happens. With this setup, we were able to fill a shelf this size with seedlings, and only the ones on the very edge were getting leggy due to lack of light. This fixture is able to give a fair amount of light to all of the plants on this shelf, but it falls off quite a bit with the plants furthest away that are on the floor. The nice thing about these lights is that they can be daisy chained together. Even though we have 3 of them here, they only use one plug at the wall. These fixtures worked great for starting seedlings, but once they started growing, we knew that we needed something considerably more powerful. This is the light that we actually have here growing our herbs this winter. The light it gives off is a bit strong for seedlings, but it works amazingly well for growing full-size plants. It utilizes 2 COB LEDs that are actively cooled with a pair of fans. It is wired into a timer that gives the plants 18 hours of light every day, and it doesn't require us to remember to turn it off and on. We are constantly harvesting herbs for our meals from this shelf, and with some water and the occasional fertilizer boost, it just keeps going. Now, this may not necessarily save you money compared to buying from the store, however, it has the added benefit of keeping that blah feeling away in the winter. Between the delicious herbs and the happiness of growing things, we feel that it is well worth it. I hope that you enjoyed this introduction to growing herbs indoors in the winter. The light measurements given in this video were taken with our cheap light meter and should only be used to compare the results within this video against each other and not as the absolute output for each light. Are you growing anything indoors this winter? If so, we would love to hear about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe for more great content every Wednesday and Saturday. This channel is all about helping you unleash your life and create a world that you love. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next one.